For professional filmmakers and dedicated content creators entrenched in Sony's ecosystem, the wait for the much-anticipated Sony FX3 II has felt painfully long. As the years have passed since the release of the original FX3, competitors in the video camera market have not stood still. Cameras from Panasonic, Blackmagic, and others now offer features such as internal RAW recording and open gate capture, capabilities that the original FX3 lacked, making some question whether Sony's compact cinema camera still meets the demands of today's production environments. However, recent regulatory filings and insider leaks have provided substantial proof that Sony is indeed preparing to launch the FX3 II, potentially as soon as late 2025. This news has reignited excitement, but also raised a critical question. Will the FX3 II deliver enough to justify this long wait, or has the competition already moved too far ahead? The Sony FX3 II is no longer just a rumor. It is becoming increasingly real thanks to credible sources. Recent filings with Sony Japan's regulatory bodies have revealed a device that fits the profile of a high-end professional video camera. Analysts have noted that the connectivity and power specifications disclosed in these filings point toward a powerful video-centric tool, ruling out other Sony models like the A7M5 or RX1R3, which suffer from thermal and power constraints incompatible with heavy video workloads. Among the possible candidates, the FX3 II fits perfectly. Given the FX3's positioning and the enhancements described, it seems clear that Sony is preparing a successor designed to address the limitations of the first model while building upon its compact form factor and excellent video quality. The FX3 II is rumored to introduce two groundbreaking features that have been requested by users and demanded by the market for years. These upgrades aim to close the gap between Sony's compact cinema line and competitors' offerings. One of the most glaring weaknesses of the original FX3 was its inability to record RAW footage internally. Instead, users were forced to rely on external recorders via HDMI or SDI connections to capture RAW video. This setup added significant complexity, weight, and cost, contradictory to the FX3's appeal as a compact, lightweight cinema camera. The FX3 II is expected to break this barrier by offering internal 12-bit RAW recording. This would be a game-changer. RAW video preserves the highest amount of sensor data, granting filmmakers extraordinary flexibility in color grading, highlight and shadow recovery, and overall image manipulation during post-production. The 12-bit depth promises smoother tonal gradations and better handling of complex scenes compared to the 8-bit or 10-bit compressed codecs that were previously available. This enhancement alone could elevate the FX3 II to a serious contender for professional productions, offering a workflow advantage that rival cameras already provide. Another significant upgrade poised to appear on the FX3 II is open gate recording, allowing users to capture the full sensor height without cropping. This feature enables filmmakers to shoot in higher vertical resolution, providing the flexibility to crop footage into multiple aspect ratios in post-production, including vertical formats for Instagram Reels or TikTok, horizontal for YouTube, and square for social media ads. Open gate recording is revolutionary for modern content creators, offering unparalleled creative freedom and minimizing the need for awkward digital zooms or reframing that can degrade image quality. While internal RAW and open gate recording headline the anticipated improvements, other rumored features suggest Sony is intent on making the FX3 II a truly comprehensive upgrade. There are whispers that Sony may push beyond 4K resolution, possibly offering 6K capture or even hinting at 8K capabilities. Higher resolution recording is critical for future-proofing content, allowing for detailed shots, cropping, and zooming without quality loss. However, increasing resolution brings challenges such as increased data throughput and processing demands, which can affect the camera's hallmark low-light sensitivity inherited from the A7S III sensor. How Sony balances resolution with sensitivity will be vital. Professionals expect outstanding low-light performance alongside higher resolutions, and achieving this delicate equilibrium will define the FX3 II's success. Sony has long been a leader in autofocus technology, and the FX3 II is expected to incorporate the latest generation of AI-driven subject recognition and tracking, possibly drawing on tech from the flagship Alpha 1 or rumored A7R6. This would greatly enhance autofocus precision, especially in unpredictable or fast-moving shooting conditions, a boon for documentary filmmakers, event videographers, and solo operators who need reliable focus tracking. Industry chatter hints at the potential introduction of a global shutter sensor in the FX3 Mark II. This technology would eliminate rolling shutter distortion, an issue that affects many CMOS sensors when capturing fast motion. While highly desirable, global shutter sensors often involve trade-offs such as reduced dynamic range or lower sensitivity, making their inclusion in a compact cinema camera a significant technological leap and risk for Sony. This feature remains speculative, but would be a major innovation if implemented. Leaked details suggest the FX3 Mark II could be priced between $3,800 and $4,200, an increase over the original FX3's launch price, but in line with the substantial upgrades promised. This price range positions the FX3 Mark II in a highly competitive segment, where rivals such as Panasonic and Blackmagic are already offering many of these features. The rumored late 2025 release means Sony faces a marketplace where internal RAW, open gate recording, and high-resolution capture are already standard offerings on competing models. This timing has sparked debate within the filmmaking community about whether waiting for the FX3 Mark II makes sense. For filmmakers not deeply invested in Sony's E-mount lens ecosystem, the question is whether the FX3 Mark II is the best option at all. The Sony FX3 Mark II is no longer vaporware. Based on credible leaks and analysis, it is actively in development and poised to address the most significant shortcomings of its predecessor. If Sony delivers internal 12-bit RAW recording and Open Gate 3 to capture, alongside advanced autofocus and improved ergonomics, the FX3 Mark II could finally bring Sony's compact cinema line fully in line with professional expectations and competitive offerings. However, the question of whether the wait is worth it depends entirely on individual needs and situations. For those deeply embedded in the Sony system who require the specific workflow benefits of internal RAW and open gate capture, waiting for the FX3 Mark II is likely the smartest choice. Conversely, for filmmakers beginning their journey or those without loyalty to Sony glass, the delay is a significant drawback. With excellent alternatives available today, waiting over a year for Sony to catch up might not make financial or practical sense. Until the FX3 Mark II officially arrives and proves its capabilities, many will find value in purchasing a used or discounted FX3, a tool that still offers excellent image quality and professional features today. Ultimately, when the FX3 Mark II arrives, only time will tell if its weighty promise justifies the wait. What are your thoughts? Would you wait for the FX3 Mark II or invest in current alternatives? Let us know in the comments.